Hello and welcome. This is Anthony Gray of Grayscale. I've gotten more than a few requests about how to paint leaves. Okay, so I'm going to take it nice and slow and show you the stroke direction and how to approach a couple of different leaves, alright? I have a ½ inch and a ¾ inch brush. I got some medium. The medium just helps the paint, the acrylic paint, to flow well. Just above me, these little dots you see is titanium white, sap green. This is a purple of some sort, extremely on the red side, and then I got phthalo blue. This is just a substitute for cad red. I usually would like to use cad red, but I don't have any right now. I'm dipping a little bit into my brush into the medium. Okay, it's just the medium that I'm using is just KY jelly. Any water soluble gel will do. Okay, and you just either rub it on the paper itself, or you use some and you dip it into the paint itself. Okay, so let's start off with the basic leaves that you see me do a lot of, which is the type of leaf that kind of starts off like a triangle. Let me zoom in a little bit. Alright, so you can get the angle of the brush. Okay, when you do start out with the leaf, obviously you start off whatever direction you want to go to. Alright, you start off with a little stem, like so. Okay, you want your leaf to be in the direction of a kite. Okay, something like that, just like a kite. Okay, and that's the middle of the leaf. It goes straight up. Okay, much like that. Alright, now you're going to start from the widest part of it. Start wide. You're going to fill it all in, and you just narrow it to the top, like so. Okay, now using the same base color, it's all in the direction of the stroke. Okay, here, right there, it's like a little vantage point of where you're going to aim the stroke of your brush. Okay, I should have used a whiter one, but I'm going to use this one here. And you go a little bit past your little guideline of your kite. Okay, now the brush, okay, if you can see, will be flat this way, almost perpendicular to the kite line there. And you go in and you lift. Alright, you drag, you push, stretch, press down, drag it, and you lift. And you go above it, and you do the same thing, and you lift. You go above again, and you go in the same direction. Okay, does it matter if you skip a few? No, it does not. Okay, I'm just getting more paint. You do the same exact thing on the other side. Push down, and you lift. Push, lift. Push, and slowly lift up. Like so. And that's how your leaf would look. Okay. Now I can darken that. I'll just do it over again. Put a little red in it, because you want your base to be a little dark. I'm going to do the same thing, same leaf. Dark. Make it pretty wide. Okay. And just narrow it to the front. Like so. And you do the same exact thing. I'm gonna just go over it again. Push, release. This is all you do. Everything is coming right towards that little vanishing point down there. Push and you release. Push and you release. Push and release. Push and release. Push and release. You got the little peak there. And remember, you always got your little center line right here. Now, when it comes to your highlighting, okay, just a little bit of white. I'll mix it right in with that dark color. Okay, just like so. Now, when you do it again, depending on what side you want it highlighted, it's the same procedure, alright? But you're not going to go in as far. like so. It's a repeat process, just like that. Okay, and with that lighter color, you can add your vein right in there, like so. All right. Now, if you want it obviously darker on the other side, you're going to use a darker color. Mainly, you don't have to add the red. Maybe the blue would just work for you. All depends. If you want the dark color, a solid color, or you want a little glow to it. Okay, just like that. And leaf is done. Okay. You see the dark edge. You see the light part. All right. Let's continue on. Right off of this leaf, actually. Let me get a little. I put more medium on the brush. Let's go maybe down here, down this way. Okay. And you get it wide, and you just narrow it. Okay. Remember, still keeping in line with the kite form. Okay. If you need that as a guide, that's fine. All right. I'm gonna rinse this brush off. I'm gonna use the whiter brush. Okay. This brush was gonna be used for something else. So I'm gonna wipe this off. I'm gonna use the whiter brush, 3/4 inch brush. Dip into a little bit of the medium. Okay. Now I got medium on the brush, so I'll just add a little more paint. I want it a little darker. That's all I'm doing is just dipping into the paint, getting it to the darkness that makes me happy. You do it for the darkness that makes you happy. No matter what the color is, the technique is still the same. Okay? Just like that. Alright? I'm going to dip into a little bit of the water, just loosen it up a tad, just a little bit. Loosen up the paint a little bit. And it's the same thing. This is your foundation color. Now, remember the flat part of the brush. Okay, just for starters, have it perpendicular to the kite. Okay, if you want it to come out, then come back in, and then lift and release, that's fine too. You can make them, just aim them at the imaginary line, just like so. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Aim it right towards that imaginary vanishing point, just like that. Alright, let's add a little highlight. Dip a little more into the medium. I never wipe the brush off. I still want color harmony on this patch of leaves. Let's highlight it here. If you want to go a little bit past your previous color, you can, but you just don't go in as far. I'm just turning the brush over, just like so. If you want it a little darker on the other side, okay, a little more blue. It's got medium over here, so I'm not worried about that. Same thing, but you're not going in as far. Just like that. Okay, you want to lighten up your color a little bit for the stem, and you add your little stem in there, just like that. Now you have a leaf a little on the bluish purple side, you got a leaf a little on the greenish side. Doesn't matter the color, it's still the same concept. Alright, let's try one more. Let's rinse this off a little bit. Let's try another leaf of a different color. Okay, let's try one that's more reddish. Okay, dip it a little bit into the medium, helps the paint flow a little better. Alright, I'm going to add a touch of that blue in there. A little more red. That's all I'm doing, just playing around with it, with the colors. And let's have one coming straight down here. Down here like that. Now, without the kite, okay, if you're like a lefty like me, maybe it's easier for you to make it narrow first and then widen it out, something like that. That's fine too. Okay. Remember, your little horizon point would be maybe right here. Okay. and you got the stem coming straight up the middle, like that. Okay, so just getting a little more medium, just a little tip of the brush. And remember the angles, okay? And it's up to you how wide or how narrow you want your leaf to be. Start up here, and just go. Remember, you're gonna meet at the point. All right. It's getting a little more paint. That's all. Meet right at the point, just like this. Okay. Turning my brush around. You meet right at the point. Here's the middle part of the stem, right in there. Alright. Let's get a little white. Mix it right in here with the purple mix. It's reddish purple. And you put your highlight, remember, a little bit past, push, and release. It's a gentle push off. Alright? That's all it is. Let's keep it a little dark on the other side. Just like so. And keep them. And you want to brighten up that center part up here. Right in there. Just like that. 3 leaves, okay, in a few seconds. Okay. Now let me show you something. I just dipped into medium, that's all. Let's get it a little darker so I can show you the stroke for these leaves, these particular type of leaves. Okay, go right over here. Let's move it over here. Press down, slide, and gently lift off. You see this? This is the important part here. Alright, you don't want to do this. That's a no-no. You don't want this edge here. You want to take it and gently lift off. You see the threaded striations here? Here? This is what you're looking for. Gently lift off. Gently lift off. Okay? Do it again. Even if you have to practice doing the stroke like that. Alright? Let's get a little more. Let's travel a little further down the paper here. Gently lift off. The more comfortable you are at doing it, the faster you'll become. Okay? And this is all you're doing. If you find it breaking up here, add a little medium to your paint. Loosens the paint up a little bit. Don't necessarily have to get more paint itself. You can just use the paint that's already here. And you can actually go over it. See this? That's all you're doing. Gently lift off, like a plane taking off. Alright. I hold my brush a little further back. I don't hold it way up here. Alright, you want it a little loose. Follow me? Just dipping into a little more medium. I'm going to get a little more green, a little red. Okay. Let's do one more. Where are we at here? Where you can see. Okay. Let's go in this direction. Let's go over here like that. Alright, we're going to do it again. You're going to make it thick and thin. Like a triangle. Okay. This is not hard, it's just a technique you got to get used to. Alright. That's all. And remember, your center point, obviously, is in the middle of the leaf. So, that little dot is where you're going to try to meet those strokes. Okay, have them go a little wide. Press and have it disappear. Remember, you got to meet the strokes. Meet that center. Okay? Just like that. Let's go on this side. Try to meet with that stroke in there. Okay? And they all don't have to be perfectly even. You can have little gaps in it and all sorts of things you can do with it, as long as the strokes meet. Let's try the shadow side first. You're going to make it a little bit darker. I already have medium on this in this paint. So all I'm doing is just making the mix a little darker. Let's go from the bottom. Remember, you're not going in as far. Alright. Like so. Not wiping off the brush. I got the dark mix on there, but you're just going to brighten that dark mix. That's all you're doing. What sells this is the lifting point of your leaf. Alright. And you can yet go brighter. Okay, because you're just adding layers now. But with each layer of brightness, get that a little stronger. Each layer of brightness, you don't need as deep as a stroke, okay, like so. Alright, and if you want it darker, let's clean this off. If you want it darker on the other side, quick wipe of the brush here. If you want it darker on the other side, I'm just going to go straight phthalo blue here. Remember, you just don't have to bring it all the way to the previous one. Okay, what you're doing is just building color. Alright. Now if you look, you can see the layers on that particular leaf. How it's dark at the ends, at the mid, and then you got the lighter layer. Alright. And that's all for that particular leaf. Okay. So let's slide yonder camera over this way. Okay, let's aim it downward a little bit. There. Let's go over here. Right where that brush is. So I'm going to clean off the bigger brush. I won't need it for this series of leaves. The little wiggle leaves, they're really fun to do. Let's put this brush right here. I'm just dipping my brush into water. Let's loosen up the bristles a little bit. Alright. Now, I am just going to dip in to my phthalo blue. That's all. No more, no less. Let's start with a... Let's see this brush. Let's zoom out a little bit. Just a little bit more. And aim it downward. Okay. Right about here. I want you guys to really check this out. Alright, number phthalo blue. Let's do a nice little line, and I don't care. Whatever. Something like that. Alright? Now, I'm just taking little bits of color. I don't care. Just little bits of everything. Alright, I'm going to just mash it together. No particular rhyme or reason for it. The little wiggle leaves, okay, they're great for rosebuds and or you know, just leaves to fill up the page. Obviously, this is the vein of the leaf. Little vine here. Okay? You're going to take your brush, the flat end of the brush, wherever you press down at on the brush, and you wiggle, lift up. Do not take the brush off. Add a little point. There's one. Alright. Wherever you got the brush positioned, after you press, wiggle, lift up, and add a little tip to it. A little too much of a tip, but that's okay. Wherever you aim the brush, even if you have to overlap the previous one. You don't want little tin soldiers side by side by side by side by side. That's a no-no. Okay. And we're gonna just keep moving. Okay. And I'm gonna just keep it moving. Angle one. You also notice that I'm not really touching the vein itself. Okay. Don't really have to aim one that way. Okay. I'm gonna dip more in the color. Just any type of color. I don't care. You can have them all one color, or you can have them switch. I'm going to overlap and go that way. Have one overlap this way. You just keep playing with it. I'm just dipping a little bit into the medium. I'm going to add a little white, a little green. Just slap it around here. Okay. These color mixes also add to the interest of your leaf. Alright, but you see how I'm doing this. Wiggle. You don't have to really go this slow. The more you're comfortable with it, the quicker you'll be able to go with it. Okay? And they look pretty good once you get the hang of it, like that. Okay? You see I'm just going straight up the page with it. Okay? It doesn't matter which way you're folding your brush either. Whoops. it made it slide a little bit. That's okay. I'll just add another one right on top of it. If you want it a little darker, then add dark blue or whatever darker color you have. Something like that. Just keep it going to whatever direction that your vein's going in. Okay, I'll add another one here. And then, obviously, you go from the center one right there at the top. Okay, and that's all you do. And for color harmony, if that vein is too light, then you just darken it. Okay, like so. Alright, you can do these leaves. Press, wiggle, in any direction you want. And if you just want to practice doing them, I flip the brush the other way. Just practice doing it. You can do them that way, you can do them this way, overlap a couple of them. Okay, wherever that flat part is you got it slanted. That's the direction of your leaf. Okay, and add a little peak to it. Okay, now let's say if you did nothing but little leaves like that. All right, I'm using the corner of the brush. Add the little vein to it in any direction you want. Okay, they can go pretty much anywhere really. And you add it and just like so. Okay, flat, narrow, push out, push down, wiggle, and you do it whatever size brush you want. Okay, let's do a couple of giant ones somewhere over here on the edge of the paper. Let's go over here in this area here. I'm just going to rinse off my brush. Forgive my arm. Get the bigger brush. Let's dip into the green, a little bit of white. Let's pat it down. Just a touch of blue on one side of the brush. Let's go here. Right about here. Can you see that? That's a little too light. Let's darken that up a little bit. There you go. I bet you can see that, right? Alright. Same thing. Press, wiggle, and there. Now let me zoom in on it. Look at the colors. And all I'm doing is just tapping the brush anywhere, little dabs of paint here and there. Okay. See the angle of the brush? Keep it there. Wiggle, come back up, little point. Let's do the other side. Let's aim it downward. Wiggle, a little point. I practice a little point thing there. Let's have one go overlap and go upward and go that direction. Add a little bit of medium. I'm just plopping in some color here and there. And let's go further down. About right here. Wiggle and let it go. This way, wiggle. Even if it overlaps the stem a little bit, that's okay. And just let it go. I always try to add a little point into it. Okay, if you're too light, just dab in the little dark color, wiggle, let it go. I'll do it real slow. Push down, wiggle, come back up, let it go. It doesn't leave the paper. Push down, wiggle, come up, give it a little drag, get that little tip going. Alright, just like that. Okay? So let's, I'm not going to rinse it off. Running out of color here. Let's try something else. If you want to do a poppy leaf of some sort, I'm dipping into the red, into the blue. I'm getting some medium. I'm putting it right into here. Okay. Let's concentrate on, let me move my little coffee cup. Got a little blank space up there. Let's go straight up. Let's turn right up around there. Let's go right here. Let's say you want a petal. We'll do two. Okay. Have a petal here, like so. Some kind of petal. And you're going to have one overlap. Come around here. Okay, two petals. Alright. I'm just going to dip in a little medium, loosen up this paint a little bit. Now, vanishing point. Right there, that little dot. what you're going to do when you do roses or you do poppies. See that line? See that line? That line's going. Everything's going to meet at that dot. So let's do this petal first. Everything meets here. You're going to take your brush. Alright, a little bit past the line that you put for your guideline. If you're going to use a guideline, press down, drag, slowly lift up like a little airplane. Do it again, but this time overlap the previous. Overlap the previous one, still maintaining the perspective motion. Curve, curve. You're going to stay within that guideline in there. Okay, obviously it's getting a little lighter because I'm running low on the paint. Do it again, like so. Okay, you don't see the striations yet for the petals. That's okay, that doesn't matter right now. We're going to do the other petal. Just getting more paint. Same thing. Aim toward that horizon, that little vanishing point. It's not a horizon line, but it's a vanishing point. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. You curve, go right in. Curve, in. Curve, go right in. Don't forget your points now, where you're aiming that leaf. Alright, much like that. Now you got two petals. Now you get to the highlighting. You can use white going into the same color that you mixed. Okay, that was your foundation color, your secondary color. And we're going to go from the outside. You come right in. Not as far as the previous color. Maintain, just like this. Maintain your perspective. You're aiming right towards that point in there. I still want it lighter, but I'm going to change the tint a little bit. Put a little blue in there for the other petal. Just like so. And you're going to still maintain the little flow. Everything's going towards that area. Okay. Let's add nothing but pure white for the final highlight. When you do that, alright, the strokes are a little shorter because you're adding nothing but pure highlight. And you're going to maintain that circular distance. Okay, like so. Now you see how it gets darker in the middle and it's light toward the end. Okay, and I add a little bit of medium into this white. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing here. Aim right towards your horizon. Just like so. If you want a dark rim around your petals, okay, let me wipe this brush off. Got too much white on it. If you want a darker color around just the edge, alright, right now I'm just playing around. I'm adding a little green. I don't think I got too much red mix in here left, but add a little edge like around here. You make them even shorter. Still a press and lift. Press, lift, press, lift, press, lift. Still going in to where, right here. Still follow your horizon, your vanishing point. I keep calling it horizon line. It's not a horizon line. The paint's drying up a little bit, but that's alright. But now do you see the colors? Do you see the striations? And it gives the appearance of it dipping inward toward that center point. Alright. Now you can take these petals and go all the way around, or whatever shape you want to go, whatever direction you want to go. Alright. If this part that's white was darkened in, like so, it would emphasize what I'm talking about a little bit more. Okay, if it was even deeper in color than what I have here. Okay, if that was much deeper, it would look like it's just disappearing right into the deeper petals. And you can overlap these petals and go in again, still maintaining the horizon line or the vanishing point. Okay, so that's basically how you do these type of leaves. And all it takes is just you practicing. So sorry, forgive my arm again. Alright, all it takes is practicing. Just practice, practice. I used to practice like this a lot. Blank piece of paper, and I didn't even have acrylic pen, I just used watercolor. Okay, and this is how you do it, really. Alright, at least for this style of leaves. Okay, so I hope this little clip here shows you the ease of doing these petals, and you just keep practicing, keep practicing, keep practicing. The strokes will come. Alright, you'll get accustomed to it. And remember, hold your brush in this fashion. Okay, wherever that flat edge is aimed toward, that's where you go. Press and release. Press and release. I have, this is a natural hair. I have a synthetic brushes. They're better for this style because they got a spring to them and they come right back. Okay, so it's just a repeat action. A repeat action, slow, and you lift up. Like a plane taking off. And that's where you get the, let me draw back here. That's where you get the striations that I've done earlier. That's how you get these guys down below. Okay, take it, press, and you release. Press and release. Press and release. Press, release. Press and release. That's it. Don't be shy of adding paint to your brush. Alright, add your medium, especially if you're working with acrylic paint. You add the medium and you just go with the flow. Alright, it's all a press release stroke. It's the technique. Once you get the technique, you can draw any flower, any shape you want. Alright, and if you're curious, that's pretty much the way you do feathers and fur also. It's just the length of the stroke. Alright, the quicker you do it, the length of the stroke, okay, the more striations you have in the tip, and it gives the appearance of fur. Okay, or if you angle the brush a certain way, yet maintain that push-pull or push-lift stroke, you get feathers. Alright, but it's the same technique. Alright, so I hope that this clip really helps you out. Let me know. Give me a write on my YouTube channel. I do read them. And let me know if this helped you out, or if you need another course a little bit slower. But I think what I showed you here, you'll get pretty much the gist of it, the hang of it. Okay. Like I say, with these leaves, you don't necessarily have to not connect them. You can connect them, whatever, or make it a pure heart shape and go within the heart shape. Okay, it's the technique, the stroke that you would want, and the layering of the colors. You have the foundation color, then you got the first highlight, then you got the final highlight. Okay, and that's how you get the layers looking almost three-dimensional with the striations and different colors and tones, how they blend in with each other, and you get the looks that you see here on the paper. Okay, it's not really that difficult. It's just getting accustomed to the technique. All right, so now I'm starting to babble. So go ahead and try it out. I would love to see your results. Show them to me. But even if you have to put them on my Facebook page, put them on me, or put it. Just show me. Just show me and everything, and we'll go from there. But I gotta have your input. I gotta know what you do or do not like, or whatever, or message me. Just let me know, okay, and we can go on from there. Thank you for listening, and hope to see some of your works. Bye bye.